because we are here at the Monte Casino Theatre. We are backstage and we are just about to see the Jersey Boys. Hi Daniel, and welcome to my vlog. It's such an honor to have you here.
Thank you, it's good to be here.
You play
Tommy DeVito.
You play Tommy DeVito on the Jersey Boys. Tell me a little bit about your character. And
Tommy is the sort of founding member of the group. He's the guy that put it all together, you know, put the pieces in place in terms of band members. He's one of those sort of elder, or I wouldn't say he's the oldest. I think Nick is actually older than he is, but he's an older figure in the group, and sort of sees himself as a mentoring one, especially to Frankie. So yeah, he's the guitarist, he's the rogue, he's the bad boy, he's the guy that put it all together and then also inevitably ripped it all apart as well. You know?
Hi Brandon, welcome to my vlog. It's such a pleasure to have you here.
It's a pleasure.
You play who in Jersey Boys?
I play Frankie Valli.
Yeah,
he's the lead singer of the group, and his signature sound was this very high falsetto that he used to sing in. It was something that he could do as a singer at a very young, very young age, and it was kind of the style of the music of the time, like the 40s and the 50s, where these guys used to sing in this kind of very high falsetto kind of sound of the doo-wop guys, and all these kind of trios and quartets that used to happen around it. It came with that, and he just kind of brought it over into sort of popular music.
Hi Mendel, and thank you so much for joining me on my vlog.
Thank you for having me.
I play Nick Massey.
You play Nick Massey.
Who is the bassist and the bass voice of the band.
Like a million miles away from me, you couldn't see how I adored you.
I play four.
So you play four?
Yeah, Winter is Frankie, because by then the Four Seasons as we know them, as we knew them, the original Four Seasons had broken up. Tommy and Nick had left, so now it was just Frankie really and Bob, and so it became Frankie Valli and the Four Seasons as opposed to it being the Four Seasons.
Yeah.
Till we grew into me and you.
How much hours did it take just going into such a big musical?
Well, the rehearsal process was 8 hours a day for 6 weeks. 7 weeks. We did a week on our own. And that was it, yeah. It was 8 hours a day, and obviously it's not just 8 hours a day in the rehearsal room. You're also going home and learning your music, learning your script, and then from then on, once we're performing, we come in and we do little touch-ups if we need to. It was so brilliant, we don't need to know.
My fingers to the bone.
Tell me a little bit more about your character.
Bob Gaudier is the baby of the group. He only joins in later on, so about half an hour into the show, Bob Gaudier makes an appearance, and he auditions for the group, and they like what he does in that. He's the songwriter, so he's the guy that wrote all the hits like Walk Like a Man, Big Girls Don't Cry, Sherry, and he creates this very strong partnership with Frankie Valli. We all have a direct speech, like I'm Tommy DeVito, whatever. I come on, and Bob, by the age of 15, he wrote Short Shorts, and this is the song that kind of his hit. So he dropped out of high school because of this song, and he toured with Buddy Holly and Chuck Berry and that. And he enters the stage with Short Shorts happening in the background, and he's busy playing the piano. And after that, he kind of says, "Okay, hi, I'm Bob Gaudier."
So he just kind of makes an appearance,
the short shorts in the background, and the whole color changes. Like spring, summer, autumn, winter, they all have a different color, and summer is very colorful, and the whole lighting kind of helps it as well. So
you like sort of the bad guy in it, the one that
I'm the
instigates
bad guy.
everything.
I'm the antagonist. It's awesome.
It's a nice role to play because I mean you can vary from being the good guy and being the bad guy, but
Well, he's a fun character because he is light and charming, and then he switches to being quite evil and menacing and unpredictable. So it's nice to go through such a range of emotions.
Well, Frankie, because Frankie's had such a sort of a hard life, a lot of stuff happens to him in his lifetime, like the divorce of his wife, he has an issue with his child, his young girl that dies, drug overdose when she's very at age 22. So there's a lot of these things that happen to him. So it's kind of the colder season, you know, and it's related to the sadness of it and the coldness of his life, and you know that the only thing that he looks forward to in his lifetime is the music, and that's the only good thing that he believes that is there is the music, and that's why that's why Frankie's still alive today. He's like 80 years old or 70, in the late 70s, and he's still singing. When I was in New York a while ago, there was a concert that was happening, because he's constantly striving to find this sound, that original sound of these guys when they first started out. You know, that's what he's trying to look for, is that feeling that he had when they started the group out and they had this amazing sound and they made this music, and he still to this day can't find that.
I mean, you guys must be really talented. I mean, you have script, you have choreography, you have vocal lessons that you have to go through. I see, you guys must be like, at the end of the shows, do you actually like go home, or do you guys go for coffee afterwards, or?
Well, it's a bit difficult. It's not easy to wind down after you've like already been going for 2 hours really hard on stage, and from 8 o'clock in the evening. So most people are at home already and they've had dinner. We're on stage now entertaining them. So yeah, it takes a while to wind down after the show. So we'll either go and have a drink after the show, or straight home, so you can just vegetate in front of the TV for a while just so you can calm down and then go to bed.
Do you do any like before warm-ups to get into?
Yeah, we had a physical and a warm-up, and I stare at myself in the mirror and say, Bob Gordy. No, just kidding. But during the auditions and the castings, the Americans, they always look for the same people. Like I have people coming up to me like, you're exactly like the Bob Gordy in American. So they always look for that characteristic. So I would say I'm very similar to Bob Gordy, being like the nice, quiet guy. So yeah, it's kind of me and not me. So
I open the show, my season, which is because the story is told through each one of their eyes, you know, and is represented by a season. You know? I'm spring, so I start, you know, my season is when everything begins to bloom and flourish, you know. So I get to step out first and start talking to the audience before anybody else does. I tell them my
So you
side.
get to make your first impression.
Yeah, my claim. This is how it really went down, you know,
Exactly.
which is fun.
What do you do in order to keep the standards concerning vocal lessons or choreography and stuff like that?
Well, I mean, we have a very, very, very capable team of a choreographer, a resident choreographer, and a resident director who were trained by the New York company. So they learn during the process as well. So they keep the show very much in check in terms of giving us notes and saying, okay, we're doing this a little bit wrong, just watch this, and So, and then in terms of vocal stuff, yeah, like I do my vocal lessons every day. I warm up before the show, I warm down after the show, to make sure that I'm in complete vocal health, and that I'm on top of it all the time.
One of my readers actually asked a question that they would like me to ask you for one of the Jersey boys, and since you're it, so
I'm it.
You're it.
Frankie Valli's it.
But they actually wanted to, they came up with a question and they wanted to ask you, how long does it take to get a six-pack? I don't know how they
How long does it take to get a six-pack? If only I had one. I would tell you. Well, I'm working on one. I've actually just started a new program. Well, it depends, I guess, on who the person is. But I reckon if you eat properly and you do your thing properly, maybe about 2 months.
But you're quite fit. I mean, you're
Yeah.
on stage every single day, singing, dancing.
Yeah, no,
Do you
we're
have
very
any-
fit. But, well, we're very fit, but we come off stage at like at 10:30, and then you have midnight snacks and you shove your pile full of stuff you shouldn't be eating. So that's the discipline side that I need to practice.
It's more than you found. Yet the night
Would you say you have a special bond to any one of the Jersey Boys specifically?
Well, they come together and they become the Four Seasons.
Yeah.
In I would say we all get along. I can't pick one, that's very hard. They're all different. Well, because of the show, Grant and I have the closest relationship. But I'm more Daniel and Emmanuel. We call ourselves the Three Puts. So
Okay.
we were very close.
Baba Baby I love. It's just got this really kind of soaring feel to it, but it's melancholy as well. So it's this sort of juxtaposition of feelings that it brings out in you. I mean, Can't Take My Eyes Off of You obviously is the big hit. When Frankie starts to sing it, the crowd goes mad. Yeah, as soon as he sings that first line, I love Beggin' as well because it's a sort of punchy number, and it was also a song that was remade recently, so it has kind of slightly more of a commercial or pop appeal, and the choreography is cool for it. But really, I mean, the songs are great. The big three, which is the three songs that were kind of back-to-back #1 hit singles on the charts that shot the group to stardom, are also great, which is Sherry, Big Girls Don't Cry, and Walk Like a Man. And those are our big performance pieces. Those are the ones that when you finished, you're looking after the audience like, yeah, what do you think of that, eh? So those are all great.
Oh, that's great.
And I spent
But be him at the same time.
Yeah.
Isn't it
Well,
difficult?
it's the kind of show, the way the show is structured, it's quite a cool thing in that it's not, I don't have to portray him exactly, like I don't have to be Frankie. I have my own version of Frankie. And the casting is so cool that there is an essence of these characters in every one of the actors who play them. So I mean, Tommy, the guy that plays Daniel has a kind of a Tommy way about him, and a lot of the guys who play Tommy are quite similar to Danny in his kind of way, and then so are the guys who play Frankie are kind of similar to me too. So there's an essence of every guy that plays these characters. I didn't have any contact with Frankie, but I mean, when they flew me over to New York for 2 weeks before we started rehearsals, and I worked with Bob Gaudio, who was one of the original Four Seasons that wrote all of the music. He's also still an artist today.
Okay, second question.
Oh, there's another one.
There's another one. If you had kids, how many and what would you call them?
Gosh. I probably had two, a girl and a boy. What would I call them? I never thought of the names of my kids. I had a stupid idea once of calling my daughter Nimue because I saw her in a movie and I thought it was cool, but then I decided it wasn't cool. I don't know what I'd name my kids yet.
You'd come as the season comes.
As the season comes, yeah. Maybe I'd call her Fall
Maybe you'd call it four.
or Summer.
Yeah.
What isn't someone's daughter's name is Summer?
Summer.
Summer Phoenix. River Phoenix and Joaquin Phoenix's sister. Her name's Summer Phoenix.
So you'd name it after Summer?
Maybe.
And the rest of the guys. I mean, you guys also probably have a strong bond as friends.
Extremely. We go to each other's houses, Brian, stuff like that. So the friendship that you see on stage is not fake, it's real. We're all friends on stage.
Okay. Thank you so much for all your time.
Thank you
so much for being on my blog. It's been an absolute honor.
Cool.
I really had fun, and I can't wait to see you on stage.
Great. That's when you come, I go party on.
Yes. So we just finished the interview, and it was absolutely amazing. The guys were so friendly, they were so warm-hearted, and now I'm off to see the show. I've got tickets to go and see the show. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you want any information about the Jersey Boys and how to get hold of tickets, you can get hold of tickets and buy them at CompuTicket. They are available at CompuTicket. You can also contact me. All my information information is in the information box below, so you can contact me on Twitter, on Facebook, on my blog. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel, and you can check all my other crazy interviews that I do. But yeah, I'm really excited to go watch the show, and tell me what you guys think if you've already watched the show, and if you are going to buy tickets, tell me what you think about the show afterwards. So guys, I'll catch you until the next post. Bye.